I recently got some advice from some experienced sales leaders who told me, hey, Gus, your understanding of business value is limited to like incremental productivity gains for users and maybe some cloud cost reduction. That's woefully insufficient. So, taking their advice, I'm trying to build out an initial case study, taking a company that's here in Winston, or at least partially here in Winston, Krispy Kreme, and walk through how we might apply some data science questions to improve revenue and margin, which are in line with their plans to improve revenue and margin for the year. Before I get into it, just quickly, as a, like on the personal note, I've noticed just reviewing my past credit card statements that every week or so I'm going to a donut shop of some kind, spending about $20 at least. And because I went kind of insane on my diet a couple months ago, I know I'm not eating any of the food. This actually is in line with the big trend that Krispy Kreme and probably others are seeing, notably that 86% of their customers are buying food or donuts and coffee to share with others, and that 133% of their marketing growth or growth attributed to certain marketing campaigns is from events. And specifically, when they survey their customers, most don't buy because the location is inconvenient. So, as part of their plan for this year to improve revenue and improve margin, or drive revenue and improve margin, they want to expand availability, and they use something called these DFD locations, delivered fresh daily, which you and I recognize as Krispy Kreme little pop-ups that exist in gas stations and grocery stores. So, this leads to we can take the existing business strategy and now we can map on some data science questions. First, we'll look for some insights. Then we'll see if we can turn those insights into actual recommendations or something that's prescriptive. And then finally, we'll look for some additional monetization strategies. Can we make additional money from the insights that we've generated and the recommendations that we've made? Let me walk through this. We got plenty of time. Great. So from the predictive side, one interesting question that, as I look at my own pattern of behavior, I'd want to know who else is like me. Who else is a customer who maybe has the mobile app, so internal data in black? What is the season, the weather, the day, time? You may know my location if I allow app tracking. You'll know all of my purchase history, volume, frequency. So, for example, if it's a Saturday morning in the fall, the sun is out, but it's a little bit cold, is there a particular recommendation you can make to me when I start to leave my house? I may be going to a soccer game or something else with my kids. This would be a good time to send me a notification and include the nearest location of one of these embedded Krispy Kreme stores. We'll call it the DFDs, the stands, so that I can pick up the donuts. That would be an interesting question to me. How many customers fall into this domain? And then from that, we could then say, okay, here's our actual recommendation. It may be our recommended product or coupon or offering may include some of this variable external data as well as recent information so we could tailor the offering. I mean, this all I know I'm getting wordy, but I think everyone gets my meaning here. We can make tailored offers based off of this insight. Where I think things get really interesting, and this is especially true for me as a parent with young kids, is there's a ton of potential additional monetization approaches. Namely, if you're buying glazed donuts for small kids, what else do you need? You get napkins, they're woefully insufficient. You need wipes. And if I'm already at a DFD, which is inside of another store, like a grocery store, the grocery store might be interested, or the wipes, whoever makes the wipes, I don't know, might be interested in knowing that I'm there buying donuts. So at the very least, there's someone else who could offer me a valuable service who might be inclined to want to make an offer to me, who therefore would be interested in knowing what we know, which is I'm on the way to the grocery store to buy Krispy Kreme donuts. Whoops. So from this, we can now decompose this into storage layers. I can now jump into all the cool stuff I like about low latency, high scale databases and how we might serve some of this. Maybe we need a feature store, blah, blah, blah. But starting with the actual business framework, I'm trying to map this down into some data science questions, hopefully getting to a bigger, more important business problem than just how to make some data scientists more productive, which is near and dear to my heart, and how to lower your cloud bill, which we should all care about, but is only part of the story.